Good morning, everyone. My name is Kaltrina Osmani, and I'm from Pristina, Kosovo. Currently, I'm doing my PhD at University of Skopje in North Macedonia. My occupation is psychologist, but most of my experiences are in a special education. And also, this research I did in a special education field. The title of my research is Assessing Teacher Competences and Their Impact on Inclusive Education for Children with Developmental Difficulties in Kosovo. This research I did together with my mentor, Natasha Stajkovska-Trajkova. We know that teachers play an important role not just in classroom management, but also in creation of inclusive environment, which mean equal opportunities for all children with or without disability. Their influence goes behind the academic education, which include child social, emotional, and cognitive development. So, from my experiences, most of the teachers hesitate to work with these children because they feel they do not have an appropriate knowledge, skills, abilities. So this hesitation highlights the needs for institutional support and ongoing inclusive education for them. The goal of this study was to assess teacher competences training and support for management classroom with children with special education needs in Kosovo. According to descriptive statistic, all pupils receive special education service due to disability, and also most of the kids have individualized education plans in first grade. And teachers noted that psychiatric therapy and counseling were the most often given types of assistance, but access to audiology services remain restricted. On average, children receive 21 hours of special education related services each week, with many spending significant time outside of the general education classroom to obtain this specialized program. A methodology. This study used a quantitative method technique. The quantitative component consists of standardized questionnaires used to question Kosovo teachers. In this research, I included 57 teachers from elementary and secondary schools in all areas of Kosovo. The sample includes both urban and rural schools. Data collection methods. Structurized questionnaires were sent to 60 participants to collect quantitative data on teacher competences, classroom management strategies, and experiences with inclusive education. And data analysis. The quantitative data was examined using SPSS, and to testify my hypothesis, I used quiz-care test. I created two hypotheses. The first one is teachers who have received more training in inclusive education are likely to feel more competent in managing classrooms that accommodated students with special education needs. Here we have two tables. The first one, the data from the first table shows that 98.20% of children receive special education service due to disability, and the data from the second table shows that 87.7% of teachers have access in student data. Here also we have tables which shows that 96.50% of children have individualized education plans in first grade. So these findings support hypothesis one, since a large number of instructors who have worked with student data and implemented IAP early on are more likely to improve their ability to manage inclusive classes. Here is the table which shows the services provided to students in the school years, and according to these tables, psychiatric and counseling are the most common given from the services. Other important services included mobility, 83.30%, and occupational therapy, 82.10%. So audiology services are less widespread, 42.90%. The findings show a high commitment to helping kids with special education needs, with 98.20% obtaining special education assistance and 87.7% of instructors evaluating previous data. The certain of individualized education plan in 96.50% of cases emphasizes the necessity of early intervention. IPA goals provide a balance between academic and life skills, supporting Hypothesis 1, which hold that instructors educated in inclusive education feel more competent. To examine the correlation between the variables, I used the quiz-star test, and the findings reveal a strong revelation between the degree of inclusive education training and teachers' self-reported ability in managing inclusive classroom. The quiz-star test results in a p-value of less than 0.01, indicating significant evidence against the null hypothesis. This research emphasizes the need of ongoing professional development for educators, since better training is linked to higher competence in effectively serving kids with SEN. Here we have the second hypothesis. Teacher confidence in their ability to implement inclusive teaching practices effectively is enhanced by the perceived availability of professional support. Here we have the tables which show the influence of inclusive education training at the teachers. And the findings show that the majority of teachers have undergone inclusive education training, which has had various degrees of influence on their confidence in building inclusive classroom environments. Specifically, just 3.50% of instructors report not having received any training. Among those who got training, 35.10% felt that it had a very positive impact on their competency, and while 15.80% claimed an amazing impact. Overall, 62.90% of instructors believe that their training has considerably improved their ability either somewhat or better. These findings confirm Hypothesis 2, which states that professional support in the form of inclusive education trainings improves teachers' confidence in efficacy in applying inclusive teaching techniques. Here we have the table which shows the collaboration between the general education and educator and the special educators, and the findings demonstrate that special education and general education instructors meet varying intervals to discuss student progress, while 90.40% meet on daily or weekly basis, 30.60% meet many times each year, and 11.30% never meet. The higher number of teachers who do not meet on a regular basis implies possibly gaps in cooperation, confirming the idea that effective inclusive practices require frequent professional communication and support among educators. This study investigates the link between teachers' perceived availability of professional support and their confidence in implementing inclusive teaching approaches, as indicated in Hypothesis 2. The quiz-scar test findings shows a significant correlation, p-value less than 0.05, between instructors' confidence in their abilities and the degree of professional assistance they get. Specifically, 62.90% of instructors who receive inclusive education training reported higher level of proficiency, supporting the prediction. The training's diverse impact 35.10% with a very high influence showcase the importance of professional development in strengthening instructors' confidence. The findings show inconsistency in collaboration between special education and general education instructors, with 11.30% of respondents reporting no meetings, possibly compromising successfully inclusive practices. Meanwhile, regular communication with parents, 34.90%, reporting daily or multiple times per week, emphasizes the value of family participation as a source of professional assistance. Overall, these data verify hypothesis 2, emphasizing that the perceived availability of professional support greatly improves teachers' confidence and efficacy in applying inclusive teaching techniques. And conclusion, this study reveals that students with special needs in Kosovo receive a range of educational services, reflecting teachers and the education system's dedication to supporting them. However, challenges remain, such as enhancing teacher training and improving school resources. Strengthening collaboration between school and families is essential for successful achieving individualized plan goals. Investment in inclusive education and ongoing teacher training is crucial for improving educational conditions for students with disabilities. To improve the efficacy of inclusive education, educators' continually professional development should be prioritized with an emphasis on inclusive teaching practices. These trainings should be supplemented by greater access to relevant student data, allowing instructors to more effectively serve their students' different needs. Fostering cooperation between special education and general education instructors is critical, and arranging frequent meetings will allow for the sharing of ideas and best practices. Thank you very much.